means that issues related to reentry, juvenile justice are at the front and center of what we should be investing in order to make lasting change in our community.
We're going to talk about some prosecutors' offices, but I want you to really try and live and feel and swim in this theory of legitimacy and what it means to believe that the people in power are making decisions with our best interests.
That gets to the second thing. What to do about group exonerations? Decriminalize drugs. Stop this. I mean, this is an aspect of the war on drugs and not necessarily the worst.
So to me, I took away from having him do that, this like restorative justice aspect of how to interact and setting the expectations and setting the culture of the group was very helpful.
Felt like I had a lot of context and I was able to provide information that probably wasn't available through any other source.
Trust me, as a prosecutor, I was a soldier in the war against crime. I was a soldier in the war against drugs. And so only looking backwards, and I'm like, you know, I wish I had spent more time, and I wish prosecutors had spent more time asking, oh, why do we do what we do? What's the end goal? Who benefits, who does not, and why?
The reason I'm mentioning this is because convicting an innocent individual represents a failure of our criminal justice system, just as a retained surgical item represents a failure of the healthcare system.
What folks have done here at the Quattrone Center, what Marissa has done, has been our guidebook. Most of our internal manuals, you know, the collaboration agreement that we use are fully plagiarized from convictionreview.net. So thank you for that. And really, you know, the thinking about this and having the academic backing and the institutional support of a place like Quattrone Center and Penn has really been invaluable in setting up our unit and thinking about this work. So thank you.
So we got a law passed in 2021 in Oregon. It's called SB 819, if you want to look it up. But that's our resentencing law, and it's a prosecutor-led resentencing law.
The police stopped them. She explained to them this is cotton candy, tested it, crystal meth. She spent 6 months in jail after being given a bail of $1 million for possession of this 1 ounce bag of blue crystals.
Justice always be your beacon, and doing the right thing and getting a fair conviction, if you're going to get one at all, be the most important guiding factor, not the substance of the offense or the trouble and the heat that you may accept if you go back to look to undo it.
31 or 2 states now require the recording of interrogations from start to finish. That's a no-brainer. The fact that the state of Pennsylvania doesn't do that is a mystery to me.
Because 1 in 3 adults has a criminal record of some sort, arrest or conviction, a lot of people care about that. So expungement moves, and people, you know, like to say they're about forgiving, but really we're legislating forgetting.
You know, you'd read local article after local article about one of these raids gone wrong, and at the end, inevitably they would quote somebody from the police department who would say, you know, this is an isolated incident, this almost never happens, and you start to read about enough isolated incidents and you start to wonder how isolated they really are.